Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode I was doing some exploration and the video was a little long, so normally I would do a normal save, but when I was doing editing in the videos I was like, wow, this video is like really long, I could split it up into two parts, so that's why there wasn't a normal save right here at the Shrine of Dharma, but you can save at the Shrine of Dharma. I'll be doing that at the end of the episode here. So, but in the meantime, I am heading off to the east a little bit more. There's a few, there's a shrine over here we can visit. We'll learn a little bit about some stuff later on. A place we're going to have to go to later on, a town. And then there's also another far-off town where we're going to learn a little bit more about our father, Ortega. So, a new enemy here, the Anteater, the Tongue Bear. So yeah, I have the translation from the Game Boy Color. That's where the strategy guide was that I get these monsters information from. So, there's a shrine coming up here. We've got two new enemies here. We'll run into the Stingwings a little later. I'll put the stats up for the Sky Dragon because he's gonna be the tough one. So, these guys will appear in this tower to the north of the Shrine of Dharma often. And sometimes they appear with metal slimes, so they're a good enemy to throw the confused powder on, because if they attack a metal slime, they can, I think, defeat it in one hit. So, but yeah, they have a lot of hit points. They have a fire breath that hits everybody in your party. So yeah, we're starting to run into a lot of enemies that target everybody in the party. So that's what makes this area much tougher. You know, a big jump in difficulty. So, that cave that we're going to go to find the kidnappers, that's also kind of a difficult cave, because we're going to be running into a lot of these enemies that multi-target. And the way the cave is set up, there's a lot of transitional screens. And remember, when you transition from one screen to another, that has the highest encounter rate. So we end up getting into a really high encounter rate in this next area. So, you got a nice inn here, but we have that inn over at the Shrine of Dharma that's much cheaper. Talk with this guy here at the inn. I come from the land where the sun rises. The many-headed serpent called Orochi terrorizes us there. And that town is immediately to the right. You see that little village over there on the island there? It's like, it's where Japan would be in, like, in the real world, so. I got Avenger Beaks, another new enemy here. Like the Avenger Ravens that we encountered around Knave and Noanals, these guys can attack twice. They can also use the defense spell to lower your character's defense, so they can act twice in a round, so they'll use defense and then they'll attack you. So they can be a pretty tough enemy because, like I said, when they're reducing your defense with that defense spell, then they'll attack you immediately afterwards. So, it's a good thing we're doing that parry trick. So, you can see, quite annoying, so I guess Avenger means that we get to attack twice. So yeah, I'm not worried about using up my Fire Vein spells here, using my MP, because like I said, there's going to be a town not too far from to the north of here where we can heal up. On our way to the town, there was a chance you can run into these enemies, these slime enemies. They're like slime snails. They look like a snail, but they have like a slime face on them. They're really tough because they can cast the sleep spell and the ice bolt spell, and they come in large groups. So what ends up happening is they'll probably put you all to sleep and then just whittle you away with the ice bolt spell. So you probably run into one of them. You may want to just run away. We get lucky though; we don't encounter any of them. Like I said, try to stay in the grass as much as possible because that has the lowest encounter rate. This is War, the most remote village in the world. Did thou come here by ship? No. What, did you come on foot? What curious folks. Last time we came by ship. I thought as much. Well, we didn't really come by ship. We walked. But we will be getting a ship shortly, so. But is a crack water pistoler. Hey there, Papa Garatero? What, you look just like him. I'm just gonna say Papa there. So, there's some guy named Papa who we look like. And, spoilers, of course, it's going to be referring to Ortega, our father, Prince Ernie's father. My son, Papato, has gone to the market to play. We're going to buy one item here in the market. We're going to buy an iron mask, which is basically like the best non-coast helmet for soldiers and for heroes. So that'll give a good defensive boost to Prince Ernie there. You can buy some more of that poison moth powder if we want. So we want to buy the iron mask. So it'll be a good jump in defense for Prince Ernie, who's still wearing that leather hat from a long time ago. So, we'll just have to rearrange our items a little bit here. Gotta sell some stuff. Let's transfer the poison moth powder. I said we save that for metal slime groups. Let's buy that iron mask. And give it to Prince Ernie, and that'll boost his, it'll make actually his defense higher than his attack power. So, dunk. Wow, that's a good boost there. What was it, 23 points? So, it's Papa Gotcha. Nope, Papa, nope. Oh, you're not him, you look just like him. So yeah, another person thinks that we look like Ortega. We'll learn more about his adventures. We'll come back here at night like we've been doing for a lot of these recent towns. But behind, you saw there was behind the merchant there was a staircase. So that's a clue that we can head back here. There's a way back this way, so we're gonna sneak behind him and go up these staircase here. And we can get an item up here that's a useless item, but like I said, we're 100% in the game, so I want to grab everything. So let's... Pato was a frisky boy. He was scolded by his mother for shooting at people with a water pistol. Oh, once again, more people are mistaking us for Ortega. You guys from Elian by chance? I thought so. Papa said you would came from through. I think Elian had you up by the name Ortega. I remember saying something about regretting about leaving his son behind. And Papato here gives us his water pistol. And it doesn't do anything. If you use it, shoot somebody and they're like, wow, it's cold. So yeah, we can shoot other people. You think it might be able to do something like put out fire or something like that, but no, it doesn't do anything. We just shoot it and it does nothing. So just a little odd and end item there. And let's head on up this way. And now we're going to head outside and just walk around outside town until it turns dark. Then we'll head back in when it's dark to see what has changed in the town. Got a guy sleeping over there. Let's talk with him. He's sleeping. He's out. Sometimes people mumble in their sleep, so even if you see somebody sleeping, you might want to just talk with them anyway. This guy doesn't change his dialogue. And most people ain't really changing their dialogue in this town. But some people over here, we've got a guy hanging out with the old man now. That merchant. Welcome. Hi there. Oh, long time no see. Where have you been? What, you're not him? Why you look like him? So yeah, I guess that merchant just hangs out. All the shops are closed and the market's closed, so you have to make sure that we're come there in the daytime to pick up that iron mask. If you have a soldier, you want to buy that iron mask for them as well. So, looks like these people don't have anything new to say, except for the boy who gave us the water pistol, because he doesn't have a water pistol to give us anymore. So, apparently Dad doesn't, he regrets leaving us behind. But I guess, that's the job of a hero. Sometimes I guess you gotta put the world before your own family. Because if you don't save the world, then it's gonna hurt your family anyway. So there's just one more person down here. It's this, house down here. Let's see if the lady's still there, if she has anything new to say. My son, nope. He's still at the market to play in. You know, he's there all day. Wow. Alrighty. And we'll just head to the market. Like I said, I told you, like, everybody's either asleep or, you know, out of the area, so. Alright, well that's pretty much all we can do here. So let's return back to the Shrine of Dharma. And I'm just going to go step to that tower to the north. The tower to the north is just an optional dungeon. in the tower, there's a book, the Book of Knowledge, and that is, you need to have that book in your inventory to become a sage. Or, the only other way to become a sage is by getting a goof off to level 20. So, one of the reasons I had a goof off, one, to show off all the different character classes in the game, and two, it allows me to get a sage in my party without using that Book of Knowledge. So we finally got some metal slimes here. We're going to throw the poison moth powder on some slimes to see if it puts them to, whatchamacallit, confuses them. And we got a metal slime that was confused, so now he's not going to run away, which will allow us to defeat him for a lot of damage. Until we defeat the apes, the simiacs there, he will also target them with his blaze spell. So I'm going to use Tennison, gained a new spell, leveled up there, got Blaze more. Also got Rob Magic. Rob Magic steals magic points from enemies, gives them back to the wizard, but it's fairly inaccurate. So wizard rings are so much better. But the Blaze more spell does a lot of damage, can pretty much one-shot most enemies around here. So she'll concentrate on using that to defeat the simiacs, while everybody else just focuses on the metal slimes. Metal slimes have really high defense, so you're only going to deal 1 damage to them if you hit them at all. So they're a good enemy to use the poison needle against, because if the poison needle hits them, you have that 1 in 8 chance of just instantly defeating them. So it's a good way to on the metal slime grind. Like I said, there's a way to manipulate the RNG down at the Shrine of Dharma, so that every time you reset the game and restart over again, like your first battle is against a bunch of metal slimes. That's what the speedrun does, to manipulate to get a whole bunch of metal slimes and defeat them real quick and level quickly. But like I said, we're not going to do that. But luckily here, since we confused that metal slime, we managed to defeat it, and we get to show off its stats and get a lot of experience. So I said, here's that tower. We'll explore it a little bit later. Like I said, we get that other book, the Book of Knowledge. It's called something else, like the Book of Satori or something. But like I said, we're just gonna go there just to get. There's a few other pieces of treasure in there that we want. But like I said, it's a totally optional dungeon. The main thing is to get that book. So now we're gonna head back to the Shrine of Dharma here. We can stay at an inn real cheap, heal ourselves up, and then that way we can head to the Kidnappers Cave. Kidnappers Cave, though, has a lot of treasure, mainly status seeds, and we're going to obviously want them. So we're going to want to head back to, after we save our game here, we're going to head back to Baharata there, empty out our inventory of items that we don't need, and then we'll also buy some medical herbs, because we're going to run into a few enemies in that cave that can do the strange dance to steal MP. So we won't have a lot of MP for healing, so we want to stock up on medical herbs, because like I said earlier in the episode, it's going to have a really high encounter rate just because it has a lot of transition screens. So, but that's where we'll be heading in our next episode. Take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye!